Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My dog has realized I'm talking and now thinks I'm talking to her, which I'm not. No, Abby, you have to get down. Yeah, I know, I love you too. Your ears are cold. You were outside for a long time. Yes, okay, you gotta get down. Come on, get down. Get down. Good girl. Okay. So today's video is going to be what I spent in a week, and I'm sure I've only ever actually seen one of these, but I thought it could be fun to do this myself. Here's the thing though, is I completely forgot I was filming this most of the week, so I have almost no b-roll where like you see me doing the things. So it's mostly just me talking you through what I spent my money on this week. Actually, one of my goals this year is to be much more aware of where I spend my money and track it religiously. So yeah, we're like a week and a half into January at this point in time when I'm filming this. And so, you know, I stuck to it for that, but you know, we'll see how that goes. I also need to really go through my finances for last year, especially my business ones, and put in any expenses that I hadn't yet and sort of do the reconciliation so I can know how much money I made last year, because I have no idea. And I need to track it way better this year, because in all honesty, I haven't got a flipping clue how much money I made last year, and I'm a little terrified of how little it was or how much it was and how much I really just spent on nonsense. So anyway, let's get into it. And I started this last Saturday because I knew I would be putting it up on this Saturday. So it's not like a typical like Sunday to Monday or Monday to, or yeah, Sunday to Monday or Monday to Sunday. It's Saturday to Friday. And just so you can see, I've been using my Happy Planner. This is the planner I got last year, but I didn't really like the size of it, especially for using day to day. So what I did was I got the budget inserts and I put them inside here. Side note, they are only for 6 months or less. So keep that in mind when you realize that it only costs like $6. So you'll have to buy more when you get to the middle of the year. Anyway, let's go over what I spent my money on. So January 4th is when I started recording this, and first off, my first purchase of the day was parking. And my second purchase of the day was more parking because I worked in the store that day. That was a Saturday. That's my regular day in the store. Normally I'm there on Sundays as well, but we're closed for Sundays. I'm sorry, my dog is going to do that whether I stop and wait for her or not, so I'm not waiting for her. This is what living with a dog and having a YouTube channel is like. She does what she wants. So, alright, we're closed for Sundays for January because it's very slow. January is always like that. So, you know, it is what it is. Nobody wants to spend money in January, which I think everybody tries to do. So, anyway, so I spent $8 on parking between those two incidences because you can only buy parking for 2 hours at a time, and it costs you $4 for 2 hours. So, next up, I spent $8.67 at the grocery store on chips. That was 2 bags of chips, one for me, one for my sister. I accidentally ate some of her chips that I thought were like communal, like just hanging out, anybody can eat them chips. They were sitting on the kitchen table. Anybody could have made the mistake. I replaced them, and I didn't even eat that many, but I bought a whole new bag. So anyway, then that's it for the 4th. So math, 8, 16.67 spent on The 4th, I remember I brought my lunch that day as well. And then the 5th, which was the Sunday, I went to the early showing of Bombshell, which was really good, and if you're able to go see it, go see it. And I got a combo. I had a gift card that I got for Christmas that was $25, so I used that up, and then the balance I paid was $6.05. Then I apparently didn't spend anything on the 6th, which is the Monday. I don't know. The store was closed that day, so I didn't leave the house really. The 7th, see, this is how little, like, I should have recorded. I'm kicking my, oh, I know what I did on Monday. I know what I did on Monday on the 6th. I went to lunch with Tammy, the owner of the store I work at. Abby, no. No. Good girl. On Monday, January 6th, I went to lunch with Tammy, the owner of Happy Thoughts, the store I work in, and we had our Christmas dinner. It's just the two of us who work in the store, but we went to the Duchess, which is, there's 2 locations. There is the Duke on Wellington, it's literally on Wellington Street, and the Duchess, which is exact same menu and everything, just a little bit further out and easier to park at. And we both love their chicken strips and their ranch sauce. It's amazing. So, but she paid because it was our Christmas dinner, and she's nice and awesome like that, and that's just, you know, she is one of those wonderful people that you just want to hang around, and not because she feeds me. Before that, I did go to Starbucks, and I got a tall Frappuccino, but I had money on my Starbucks card already from the week before, so it didn't cost me any extra money from this week, so I don't think it counts, but if it did, it was like $5.65 or something like that. Okay, so then the 7th, I was in the store again for covering the store from 10 till 2, I guess, that day, so that was $4 for parking. Managed to not get a parking ticket, even though I definitely needed to renew my parking meter, so I'm very happy about that. It doesn't always happen. I get a lot of parking tickets, and it makes me furious. Okay, I did also order lunch to the store, which cost $24.94. I honestly can't even, oh, I remember, it's some, like, grilled cheese place that was really bad, and I ate, like, half of it. It made me not feel good, and it was just bad. And made me angry that I had to spend so much money on it. But I use Skip the Dishes. I go back and forth between Skip the Dishes and Uber Eats a lot. Mostly just because, like, not all restaurants are on both, and Uber Eats sometimes has better deals. But then I really looked at the fees that they charge you, and not even including the tip, you can pay upwards of like $8 in fees, especially for like their small order fee. Then they have some others like service charge, then they have the actual delivery fee, and like that's not even the tip. And I am not begrudging tipping the delivery person because they put up with a lot of shit, but Uber Eats isn't that great that I should have to pay $8 in fees. Anyway, that's my little rant. If you've never used either of them, I'll put my referral link in the description if you want to sign up. You get free money, I get free money. It's not a sponsored deal, it's just like you can use it if you want. Sort of like Airbnb, but like I'm not referring anybody to Airbnb because I've never even used it. So alright, so then I put $5 in my TFSA, so the tax-free savings account. That is my goal, to like every week put $5 in, so I did comply with that. I put $5 in. Then January 8th, I was in the store again. I got Uber Eats this time. See, I told you I'm not that loyal, and it was Popeyes, and I only got Popeyes because I very rarely get it, and it was exciting that they were on Uber Eats. And so I put that was $19.08. Then, oh, and then $1.34 for tip, because that was 15% or whatever. I don't know. Then the last charge, no, that isn't the last charge. Yes, it is. Then I put, then I spent, why can't I talk? Then I spent $12.75 on parking in the parking garage, because I knew I was going to be there for the full day. I just parked in the parking garage, and that way I didn't get a parking ticket, because a parking ticket is $15 if you paid immediately, versus $12.75 for parking in the garage. So, Kingston people, now you know. Okay, then, oh, I put on the 8th, I also put $5 in my TFSA, because I had the extra $5 sitting there. Then, on the 9th, the first thing that came out of my account was my car payment, which is $170.62. And I pay it every 2 weeks. Then I paid my portion of our cleaning person. We, as 4 adults who live in a house together and are just generally messy as fuck, we have a cleaning person, and my mom scales it based on our income. So I don't have to pay that much. My contribution is $3.40. My brother pays more because he makes more money than me. And my mom pays the same amount as my brother because she makes more money than me. My sister pays the same amount as me because we make about the same amount. And if I start making more money, I will pay more. Alright, then I put a random $3.79 in my TFSA because it was sitting there annoying me and not being a round number. This just gives you insight into how weird I am. Okay? January 9th, I paid $4 for parking, covering the store again. I parked on the street that day because the weather was really gross and very bitterly cold, and I like ran out of the house. I got a text from Tammy kind of at 8:30 in the morning, and I needed to leave within that hour. And I didn't have time to, like, I forgot my hat and like all the warm clothes. So I parked on the street close to the store. Did not get a parking ticket, which I'm very happy about. I did get a warning though, so won't be chancing that again. Then on the 9th, I spent $22.45 on Skip the Dishes. Again, not really loyal. I can't even, oh, I got A&W. That's what I got. I'm really trying to, like, go into places to purchase the food and, like, sit there and eat, but it's really hard when you work in the store and you can't leave. And I really didn't have time that morning to make anything. There wasn't anything in the house I could just, like, grab and take with me. So I had to purchase food. And at that point in time, like, I grabbed snacks and brought those with me, and I ate them all as, like, breakfast, but it was really hard to, like, I felt kind of queasy. I was so hungry, so I couldn't just wait till the end of the day. I will get a headache from not eating. That is just my body makeup, I guess. I get quite queasy, and I get a headache that turns into a migraine if I don't eat semi-regularly. Then on the 9th, this is continued. I spent $15.82 in the store, and I bought a banana bread mix that you just mix like a beer or carbonated cider into, like an alcohol-free cider. It's by a company called Soberdough. I haven't tried it yet. It's salted caramel and banana bread. I will let you know if it tastes good. I'll link them in the description if you want. Then on the way home, I stopped at Pizza Hut, and I got a large order of the garlic cheese bread finger things. And so I spent $13.07, and that's what I ate for dinner. Not anywhere near nutritious. I didn't eat the whole thing either. I ate like half of it, and the rest I gave to my brother. So mostly because he was staring at me with puppy dog eyes going, "Can I have some? That smells so good." Of course I shared. Okay, so we are on the last day now, January 10th. I put $55.74 on my Visa card as a payment. I don't know why the $74 But I did need to buy things and use my credit card, and it was maxed out. It's only a $500 limit, so like, yeah. And so then I went to Starbucks and I reloaded my card using my Visa because it's attached, and otherwise I don't know how to get it out of my bank account unless I talk to them, and I don't like doing that. So I went to Starbucks, reloaded my card with $15, sat there for a little bit, made the crucial error of not bringing my computer charger with me, thinking it was in my bag when it wasn't, and so I could only sit there a couple of hours. I would have preferred to sit there longer and get a lot more work done. Oh, and this morning I went to Aquafit, which would have normally cost me $7.50, I think it is, but the person ahead of me in line had a free pass and she was renewing her like ticket account thing, and so she just gave me the free pass, which brightened my morning a lot. And then I went to Aquafit, and since then I've needed a nap. I did not take a nap, but I've wanted one. Okay, then while I was sitting in Starbucks, I ordered some slot boxes, which are just like thin fold up cardboard boxes that are like, I got the small ones that are this big. They are meant to send packages in because I just put stud earrings on my website, and you can't really put them in like a bubble envelope because they have the posts and they need to be protected. So I got some slot boxes for that, and that was $39.73. And then finally, on the way home, I stopped at the dollar store. I bought some envelopes because I need to put the slot boxes in envelopes in order for them to be considered letter mail. And what else did I do? Oh, I got some chips or like junk food. And that was it. And I spent $13 there. So now, 1 minute, and I'll tell you how much I spent. Alright, well, that was a lot. Okay, so according to my calculator, and I could have missed something, so if it's wrong, I'm sorry, feel free to do your own math, but my total for the week is $476.19, and I guarantee that most of that is food and eating out. However, I did not go to Taco Bell this week. I feel like I should get an award, even though I really wanted to go to Taco Bell. I did not. But yes, $476.19. Not, I don't know. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad. That is including a car payment and a business expense and a credit card payment. And, you know, a lot of parking. Anyway. Okay, so that is what I spent for a week, $476.19. A little terrifying as to where my money went. Food and parking and my savings account. Not really my savings account because actually, there's only like $13 in there now. I do use a bank account called Koho. It's only available in Canada, where basically it's like a prepaid Visa. You just e-transfer your money to your account, and when you spend money on it, which I tried to do a lot this week, it rounds it up to the nearest dollar, or $10 or $100 if you want to get real fancy. I do not. I rounded up to the nearest dollar, and it puts it in a separate savings account or like a roundup account, and I have about $32 in there, not over like this past week, but over a few weeks, because I got it before Christmas. So there definitely was quite a bit of rounding up that happened because I tried to use that card a lot. I will link Koho as well in the description, because if you're in Canada, it's a really good way to help you save without even really noticing it. I don't notice it at all. They also have like a cashback system and I don't know, all kinds of fun things, and you get to pick what color card you would get. So yeah, that's fun. All right, Before I go, I want to let you know that I did do a shop update on rebelliousclove.com. I will link it, is the first line in the description box. And so there's a whole bunch of new earrings on there as well. For the rest of the month of January, 2020 at least, for the rest of the month, we're going to donate $10 from the purchase of, every purchase of earrings, beanies, scrunchies, and necklaces. So the scrunchies and the necklaces are like a mystery pack. You get 5 scrunchies for $25, and it's just a mystery like mix that I make up as you order them. And the necklaces are vintage button necklaces. They're called lost and found necklaces, and so they all have a mixture of random buttons that look cute together, like little charm necklaces, I guess. And so $10 from each of those items will be donated as they're purchased. So if you purchase one item, $10 is donated. If you purchase 3, $30 is donated. And so the more you purchase, the more gets donated. And I just wanted to share that with you, because what we're going to do is donate that money to an organization or charity helping with the bushfires in Australia. Because I will be perfectly honest, I want to do something, but I wasn't really sure what I could do. And this seems like a good way, and a way that a lot of people are doing, to motivate people to help without feeling like you're getting nothing in return, because that people want to feel like they're getting something for the money they're spending, right? So that's what we're gonna do. I haven't decided which organization or charity yet, but I will let you know. I would recommend, if you want to hear about these things first, especially with promotions through my store, to go on my website, rebelliousclove.com, and sign up for our email newsletter, because I sent out a blast yesterday letting people know so that there was new stuff, and that this is what we were doing for the rest of January. So anyway, that's what's going on. Thanks for watching. I don't think I have anything else to add. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!